everyone, my name is Chrissy and welcome to my channel. For this video, I'm doing my August wrap-up. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are newly subscribed to my channel, thank you and welcome as well. So, I'm normally an eclectic reader. August was my month of romances because I participated in the Summer Fling Readathon. Did I complete all the prompts for the Summer Fling Readathon? No. But I will be talking about the books I did read for it in this video. The first book I read is Bad Boys Bard by E.J. Russell. This is the third book in the Fae Out of Water series, and it is a fantasy romance that features two men. Now, it is a little bit hard to summarize because I did not do a wrap-up for July, and I did not talk about the first two books in this series. Just to note that Gareth and Neil are the main characters. They have history with each other. Gareth thought Neil died. Neil didn't. The book picks up when they meet again. And Neil decides to lie to Gareth and be like, I don't remember what happened. And so on and so forth. There's a lot of information that I'm not giving because it is important for the first two books. So I do recommend that if you want to look up the series, to start with the first book, which is Cutie and the Beast. My next book is Montana Heat Escape to You by Jennifer Ryan. This book follows two characters, Trigger and Ashley. Trigger is a undercover DEA agent who is trying to heal from the wounds that he got from an undercover drug bust. Now, Ashley is a movie star who gets kidnapped by someone she thought was a friend, and she gets held for a year. The book starts off with Ashley escaping, Trigger saving Ashley when she's passed out on the side of the road from escaping, and them two falling in love. I was not a big fan of this book, mainly for how Ashley's trauma and healing is portrayed. I thought it was done in such an unrealistic way that it would be harmful if people thought that that's what happens. Like, Ashley gets over things so fast, she has no residual behavioral components from her time of kidnapping. So, like, for example, she's starved during her time of kidnapping, but when she escapes and when she's free, she doesn't have any signs of like food hoarding or food gouging, which is typically indicative of someone who has been starved. Now, that's not everyone, and there certainly is room for exceptions, but it just felt weird to me that she was like almost completely fine after she gets rescued. That there was just nothing to show that she went through these horrible things. And then also, Trigger did some things that I thought were really sketchy, and I did not like at all. For example, Ashley ends up seeing a psychiatrist, and Trigger is outside the door, guarding the door while she's talking with her psychiatrist. Apparently, he can read lips, and he reads the lips of Ashley as she's speaking with her psychiatrist, without asking Ashley if it's okay. I did have a fairly big problem with this, because I felt that it violated Ashley's privacy. So, I did not like that at all. The next book is A Hasty Betrothal by Jessica Nelson. This book features young Elizabeth, who is in the time of ladies going out into seasons and getting married, an arrangement, looking for a husband with a fortune, those kind of things. Elizabeth does not want to be married by arrangement. She wants to marry for love. Unfortunately, she gets involved in a scandal which pretty much questions her virtue, and she has to marry to save her family's reputation. She ends up marrying Miles, who is her brother's friend, and who she has kind of a tumultuous relationship with, where he teases her often, and she kind of thinks he's a little bit rude. The story is really about them falling in love during their engagement. Overall, I thought this was fairly entertaining, and I did like that Elizabeth was heavily into the sciences, and in fact goes to speak to the science community about telescopes. So I thought that was really neat, but I didn't really like how Miles treated Elizabeth throughout. I thought that some of the ways that he spoke to her were just really rude for not really a good reason. So there was that. The next book I read, and the only physical book I read for August, is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. This was also my favorite read of all of August. This follows a young girl named Liazelle and her life with her German foster family during the beginnings of World War II. It is told by the point of view of death, and it's just It's a little bit of a heart-wrenching book, and when I say a little, I mean a lot. It got me very emotional, and I was very, very attached to the characters, and I got attached right away. This is just a really well thought out and well written book. My favorite part of this book is the character developments. Rosa Huberman is the foster mom of Liesel, and I think she is the best example of a three-dimensional character that I have seen in a very long time. You know, she is mean as heck, but there are also times when she does great good, and I just thought that was really good writing on Marcus Zuzak's part. So if you haven't gotten a chance to read The Book Thief, I highly recommend it. The last book that I read for the month is Beautiful Bastard by Christina Lauren. This is an enemies to lovers romance featuring Bennett and Chloe. Bennett is the COO to this media company, and Chloe is the intern at that media company. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about this book because I am going to do a full review. And when I do the book review and I have it up, I will link it in this video. Overall, I did like it. I thought it was really good. So please, by all means, let me know if you have read these books and what you thought about them. I want to thank you all for watching my video, and may you get lost in a book.